So I went to CES for the first time as I love everything technology and I had a really great time. I have a 3D printing business and I wanted to get some ideas and explore some of my own and also just to check out the 3D printing space that's over there. If you don't know, CES is huge and the 3D printing space is actually pretty small over there. If you're curious what the 3D space or exhibits are like at CES, you can check out this video I posted. But in this video, I did 4 interviews of exhibits I thought were interesting. They are quite diverse, and it's actually only the first one that is directly 3D printing, where I got to talk to Creality about their new Ender V3 and the upgraded K1C. The second video is probably my favorite with an exhibit called Makera, where they were showcasing their desktop CNC machine. Then I went and talked to Crutec, where I actually looked up before approaching CES, because I was interested in their plastic upcycling technology. And then my final video is with Nooka, which caught my eye because they have a really cool air quality monitor. So I hope you enjoy it. And I do have to apologize. The sound quality is not great. It's loud at CES, and I really need to get a dedicated mic.
To go? Okay, so we tried live streaming this on my classes, didn't work, so we're interviewing, so we would probably introduce Yes?
So it's actually Duke, so my name is Duke, I'm technical operations for Creality in North America, and we are here at CES 24 unveiling everything. We are happily and very excitedly unveiling the Ender 3 V3 and the K1C, but we have all of our old favorites here, including the CRM4, the new Sermo D3 Pro, which is our dual extruder auto-calibrated XY offset nozzle system. We have the K1 Max just about to start a print at the amazing top speed of 600 millimeters per second.
Hopefully we'll catch that later.
We will try and catch that later.
Actually, the D3 Sermon is what caught my eye, because I knew about all these other machines, but I didn't know about that, and that was very impressive. It's huge, it's on IDEX, it's a dual extruder.
It's a dual extruder, yeah.
Should we start over there, or should we go over here?
I mean, we can walk around and we can check out what's running right now, because we are super excited to unveil the V3 here at CES 2024.
Nice. I had a couple of D2s, so it's very different looking. It looks nicer, and I think you were telling me earlier, it has actually a belted Z.
So it does have a belt Z system. So
you want to come around and see that? I'll grab that.
Let's walk around.
Let's walk around. So no more lead screw, as he's mentioning. Right.
So what does this do? Well, it just ensures that your Z layer height, anything in the Z, is going to be nice and smooth. I mean, if you check this out, we are printing in vase mode here. So if you take a look at the geometry, look at how smooth, just feel how smooth those layers are.
Yeah, that is smooth. Yeah.
And our engineers have confirmed as soon as you get your filament and your model dialed in, the layer lines will disappear. So you will have a 3D printer under, I believe, $500 MSRP, which can produce completely invisible layer lines.
Really? Like what layer height would that disappear?
Almost any layer height you choose.
So if I have a 0.28?
If you have a 0.28, you will see.
As in, if I'm holding, because if I go close, I'm still gonna see it. But if it's like,
but if you go to 0.1,
right?
Yes. This, it will almost like a resin print.
Almost like a. Okay. Well, yeah. I would like to see that, because that is quite the claim. But it is. If you even get close to that, I'm gonna be impressed. So, yeah. Awesome. And then what else do we have here?
So we have
K1C.
Newly upgraded K1C just here.
Oh, newly upgraded. Okay. I was mentioning earlier, like, I really like the design. It looks very premium. It feels very premium. I was comparing it to my Bamboo X1C, and I think Creality definitely takes the crown in terms of the feel of quality, in terms of print. It looks amazing.
100%. So this is the direction that Creality is very proudly going. So yes, we are still in touch with our DIY roots. Yes, we still love to support our makers. But at the end of the day, we feel that 3D printers should belong in the hands of absolutely everybody. Right? So even though we've got beautiful machines now that are akin to appliances, we still believe in the open source, collaborative efforts that Creality started off with. So unlike other manufacturers, we are not closed sourcing our products. We still allow complete manipulatability of our products. We still love to support the makers. We are still releasing our files for the K1 and the Ender units. And at the same time, we are hitting a general market. So we want these machines in the hands of almost everybody. And to make that happen, we have to make them super easy to use, We have to make them very robust, very reliable.
Open source and moddable. Though it seems to have just about everything from the auxiliary fans to, is that a filter?
Exactly, so there is a carbon filter. So let me talk a little bit about the K1C's upgrade. So for the new K1C, we have all the way from the smallest upgrade to this little, we've got essentially like, it's like a rubber gasket, like a rubber lip now installed in the K1C just to keep that temperature. New and improved door hinges. We've got a new and improved extruder. We have the camera pre-installed on this unit as well as the carbon filter. Awesome. And our engineers are actually telling us also, we have perfected the unit so much that something called VFAs, it's basically motor resonance, artifacts that happen on most of the Mars. So essentially anything going upwards, all these little artifacts and flaws that are in the prints, those are completely and almost virtually eliminated for the K1C. Okay. For all of you K1 users, you will be getting an enhanced version of our software to also eliminate that on your machines. But with the K1C, it comes introduced, and this is the direction that Creality is going in.
I mean, I've been just looking at this part. That's probably 0.1 millimeters. It's very smooth.
So again, and that's
I see some polygons here. Oh, carbon fiber.
Go ahead and try giving that a wrench.
Yeah.
Now, pound per pound stronger than steel.
Yeah.
And printed.
What's stronger? Oh, pound per pound stronger than steel. Pound per pound. Oh, okay.
And printed on a desktop machine.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, I would go back to the lip you were talking about. So, because you want to keep the heat in there, so what temperatures are we expect to hit with this?
So, depending on how long you're printing for, the internal temperature of the machine can get to around 37 to maybe sometimes even almost 40 degrees.
Celsius?
Celsius.
Oh, okay.
It's actually 31 degrees Celsius in a show environment.
So what happens if, so what I usually do is I put the heat bed on to 100, I crank up the auxiliary, and I let it sit there for a while. Have you tried doing that and trying to get the temperature up?
Of course, but on the show floor, we're constantly opening up the door, we're showing the parts of the machine. So with our Sermon D3, which gets way less touching, we reach about 37 to 40 degrees.
Oh,
So both machines are capable of retaining the heat. The Sermon D3 Pro, although does retain the heat very well, also has an internal heater which will thermostatically.
Oh, it actually has an internal heater or sensor? So it's not passively heated, it's actively heated.
It's actively heated.
Oh, should we go to
set
this?
the temperature of the Sermon D3 Pro?
Oh, let's go and check that out.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. As mentioned before, this is actually what caught my eye, this printer, because I hadn't seen it. It looks like the purge tower came off the bed, unfortunately.
The purge tower did come off the bed,
but the print survived. Awesome.
Print did more than survive.
Yeah.
It came out beautifully.
I love it when that happens. you still get a valid print.
So printing on a showroom floor has its challenges, and one of those challenges are a plethora of people wanting to touch the build plate. Greasy fingers, no good for the build plate. So even though the purge tower failed, we still have a beautiful dual tone print.
Yeah, and I was looking at these ones earlier, and I just love to see how close the X and Y change-up of material is. It looks very good. Yeah, so very impressive.
Not only that, but for all of you CNC fans, this machine's calibration is a brand new system where it comes with an auto calibration device. You plug it into the back of the machine. If you take a look at the build plate here, clean that off. You'll take a look at the build plate here.
Oh yeah.
There is a little area. Try to get it.
Should I resize it?
Redo it. You redo it. You'll see this little area here with some dots.
Right.
That is where you put the auto calibration device.
Okay.
And that will calibrate both sets of nozzles for you.
By calibrate, is it like knocking that part?
It's basically touching that pump. So let's say it's like an inductive sensor.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
And that comes standard with this machine. This is our industrial, heavy duty, capable of printing 8,000 hours machine. machine that Creality is very proudly releasing and showcasing here at CES 2024.
Right, and it has that active heated chamber.
It has that active heated chamber, so if you take a look, there's an extra feature there that you wouldn't normally see. So you have the left extruder, the right extruder, the bed, and the chamber. So if I really wanted, let's try cranking that up to 40 degrees. And there you go. So you have 40 degrees, and the chamber temperature is going to start higher and higher.
Oh, that's great. So do you know what the max heated chamber this can get?
I believe this can get up to about 50 degrees. Now don't quote me on that.
There's always going to be some people like myself who want to like add our own like installation and try crank up. But there's probably a temperature range that you wouldn't advise this to go to. What's the max in like heated chamber you would advise? Can I go to 60 or?
Let's try going up to 60 and see what the machine's.
Oh, so it allows you to go to 60.
So it allows you to go to 60.
That's very significant.
Let's jump up to 70.
Yeah, sorry for the sound. It's CES. It's a little loud and crazy.
Our max temp is 60 degrees.
Okay, all right. So as long as I say 60 or below,
60 or below,
we're good.
You're good to go.
And that's definitely enough for the carbon fiber nylons.
For the nylons.
Yeah, to avoid the warping.
PLA blast temperature is 60 degrees, so you wouldn't want to prep PLA at 60 degree internal chamber.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. I think we've gone around everything but the laser engraver, I think. But yeah, Duke, right? Yeah, thanks again for your time. Great connecting you, Duke. And thanks for showing us the product.
Enjoy the show.
All right, you too. See you. All right. Rolling? Okay. All right. So Royloff from Makera. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was here earlier. This is one of the first vendors I came across, and I was just like blown away. And I've gone through the CES for like a couple hours now, and I've just come back here because this is my favorite pavilion yet. And if you come on closer, take a look at their CNC machine here. It's a tool-changing CNC machine, and this is one of the products that they can produce. Very highly detailed. And what's being printed right now is this, as you can see. You know, this is perfect for like creating parts for injection molding. And we come back and bring in a roll-off here. So yeah, do you want to give me a little bit more of a lowdown of your machine?
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short.
Yeah.
This is the Carvera CNC machine. It was launched in 2022, and so it was a Kickstarter campaign initially. Over exceeded our expectations. So Kickstarter basically funded this whole project. At the moment, we have about 2,000 machines out there all over the world. I'm from South Africa. I live in China. We have US customers and also support in the US, and also some colleagues in the US. So we're all over the world. This machine is like the top class machine. It's got so many features like that makes CNC machining like so easy. The bad things about CNC machining in the past was like manual operation, manual measuring, and like tool bits measuring and things like that. But this machine does. It's got a tool rack of 6 different mills, so you can do V-bits engraving, you can do metal milling, aluminium milling, you know, things like that. We've got lots of examples we can show you. But the other features you have in here is like an automatic probe, so you don't have to measure anything. It goes onto the material, does it all for you. It has an internal vacuum, and I think one of my favorite things also is the sound. Like this thing is running.
It's very quiet. The whole convention is a lot louder than this thing.
Yeah, I can open it slightly so you can kind of hear. This is what it sounds like.
How many decibels is that? About 55?
Yeah, it's lower.
Lower than 55?
Yeah.
Okay. Anywhere around 50 is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So it depends on what you're milling as well. If you're milling like something hard, it'll obviously be a little bit more.
That's true. Yeah.
But mounting parts is easy.
Yeah.
It comes with this whole kit. You basically just like put in a material.
Right.
We got these brackets, and you know the holes on the bed to like easily mount anything.
Yeah.
To put on there.
Yeah, you mentioned because I'm like a 3D printing person. I think a lot of your customers come from 3D printing backgrounds, that they look at this like, wow, what it can do, and they jump on board, and it's easy to pick up for a CNC machine.
Yeah, the CAM software I think is maybe the hardest thing to change from 3D printing to CNC, because you kind of have to know a little bit about production of material, hardness of material, you know, general like CNC practices. So that's something
it's another science.
Yeah, but I mean, YouTube's out there. These things are free. know, like,
and I think you mentioned it, like, are you allowed to mention about the software that you're...
Yeah. So we're launching our own cam software as well, and we will be supporting that and sending out tutorials, making YouTube videos, and like teaching people how to use the machine.
Right.
Our goal is for anybody to be able to CNC machine. It's going to be like drag and drop systems. Obviously, initially we're still developing. It's not going to be that initially, but that's our goal. Like that's our goal, to like make it as easy as possible. We want to have this in schools, you know, teach people about CNC machining. 3D printing has been like in education for quite a while now, but like it has its limits. You know, plastic extruding is one thing, but like if you can actually mold other materials, wood, plastics, aluminium, you know, like carbon fiber parts, like these are, look,
should we
these
go take a
drones
look at
that-
those? Yeah, this is what really blew me away when you said all of these parts, maybe not the springs, but everything but the springs and the rubber on here pretty much was cut. And this is like a strong, what we were looking at, was 70, 78 aluminium.
So the accuracy that you have on this machine is 001.
001 everyone,
millimeters.
not 01. But like,
so it also depends on what you're milling, feet and speed, so that might differ in some cases.
that's very cool.
Yeah, so we have videos about that on our YouTube channel as well. And then obviously things like this detailed, which is mold off like a 2D image with the contrast of the image actually dictates the depth of cut.
Right.
So, and yeah, we've got so many examples we can show. This also came from an image. Carbon fiber, it molds beautifully. You can kind of see like
for drone parts,
the
for
edges
instance,
of this. You can see the finish that you get off molds like that. That's another drone that my colleague in China designed. It's incredible. This was my attempt. It almost flew. Yeah, there's some salt.
You should have just told us it flies. We wouldn't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Yeah, we got this today.
Oh, really?
For our best of Kickstarter of 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're pretty established now. Like you said, you have 2,000 customers. It's been out in the wild for now 2 years, like 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
So people don't have to worry about, you already know like how to build your machine, where it may have had problems in the past. Now it's a solid running machine. Yeah, you're confident.
Yeah, we are confident. We have customers that is also on the Discord is at the moment our main
that's the thing you mentioned,
our main support channel. We have customers that's very loyal, customers that loves this machine, and they also share their ideas and their solutions to some manufacturing problems that people might have. Sharing our feeds and speeds, which is a very long topic. We could probably talk about that today, but the community is very helpful. We are very appreciative of what they give to the community, and also the support that they just give on the overall impression of this machine. And even like we have also like YouTubers reviewing the machines, things like that. You know, everybody's little perspective of this machine helps us as a company grow every day. And it is growing at a significant rate. So
it's growing because it's a great product, and I was super impressed with it. And is there anything else you want to put in there before we wrap up, or pretty much? I think we covered a lot already.
Just maybe from my side, check the Kickstarter. I'm not going to give you any details, but there's something coming soon.
Keep an eye. A little bit of a secret, but okay. So look out for that Kickstarter, guys. Thanks again, Rial.
No problem. Nice to meet you. Not a problem. Christopher, it's nice to meet you, and we'll be in contact.
I'm definitely gonna check this machine out.
Hopefully you're gonna grab machines soon.
I think I will. I'm gonna have to.
Then I'll have to.
When the 20% goes away, schools are 25%. The retail price. So realistically, still around the
Good. Okay, we're here with at Crutec with James over here. And I specifically wanted to come to this booth during CES because I'm interested in recycling all the 3D printing filament that I have stored. I don't want to put it to waste. I want to reuse it. You yourself might also have the same experience. And just re-extruding the filament or repurposing the failed prints is actually not too hard. The hardest part is often crushing it down so that we can actually use it. And that's what these guys specialize in. So James, you want to take us through your plastic shredder over here?
Absolutely. So This is our like really small, compact size plastic grinder, basically.
Right.
So in here you can put all different kind of plastic waste, like plastic bottle, plastic cap, or even the food container.
Right, and you said small size, so it's roughly like it could fit on this table type of thing.
Absolutely. It's about like 60 kilograms. That's really compact size.
Yeah, so it's heavy, but it's small.
Yes, and
there's,
powerful.
Right, and powerful. There's 2 sizes apparently.
Yes. For this grinder will produces the plastic flakes, which is going to be the material for this injection machine.
Yeah, I can see this. It basically looks like shredded bottle caps in here. Alright, so this is the extruding machine.
Yeah, so with this machine, you can actually put this flakes directly to the machine to get all this kind of products.
Right, you get close up some of these products, like it's injection molded. And it's smooth, it feels tough.
It's like solid plastic feel.
Yeah, what type of plastic is this then?
For here, yes, most of the pads, but you can use like PE, PLA, ABS, all different kinds of plastic.
And I think we talked earlier, like I also want to know, could we push it to like carbon fiber nylon, and for the nylon's only like maybe 20% carbon fiber, and they say, oh, that's fine.
No problem at all.
And I was asking about like, the maintenance and durability of your shredding machines. You basically,
This is for 26 years, and that has never been a problem.
So you never had to replace the blades?
No blades.
Really? Okay, well that's good to hear. Yeah, just really impressed with some of this injection molding. Like you can see it has like pretty colors, you can mix it and everything.
The best part is that you can actually customize all different colors with the different shapes.
Right.
And yeah, it's really basically based on which kind of plastic color that you use.
Right. You can mix it, or you could like just make sure you crush the same color.
Yes.
And I think you can probably even throw in some color palettes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's just about it. Anything else you want to talk about or tell us about before we go?
I mean, like, I think it would be really great with the 3D printer, because I have the 3D printer and I have the 3D printer for like what, 7 years now.
Oh,
so
longer than me.
So I got a lot of plastic waste that just go to the trash most of the time.
That's like my story too. Like maybe like most of my stuff goes to the trash, but I've actually held on like, I don't know, it's probably like 50 kg.
Yes.
I'm just like sitting, so I want to like reuse it.
Right, and it's pretty expensive to build.
It is, yeah. Exactly. Like I have a bamboo lab, and I got 10 kilograms of just purged filament. So imagine that's like $250 right there.
Yeah.
If we could recycle it.
So I think it's one of the best ways to like maximize the efficiency of the 3D printer as well, while you're like saving labor.
Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, and I was also thinking that the 3D printing spools that can be crushed too. I'm not sure what material it's made of, but it doesn't seem that tough. It's probably like a ABS PETG type of thing. Okay, great. All right, James, thanks again.
Thank you so
for your
much.
time. All right, and that's a wrap for Crutec. All right, we're here with Nooka and Craig. Nice to meet you. We just got introduced, but I was interested when I came along and saw these miniature air purifiers, and I know I'm in the market for a good air purifier to monitor my little 3D printing farm, and we got talking about the technology they're using. I'm very impressed that they're apparently using premium quality sensors, maybe similar sensors like IQ Air Level. So Craig, tell me a little bit about your product.
Yeah, Nooka is an air quality monitor. It's focused on being an engaging and educational product. It's a modular system where you can have multiple of these smaller sensors throughout your home, and then move these more capable sensors from product to product wherever you have them. And our special feature is the Carvera, which can there you go. On the small line magnets.
One of them works.
There we go.
There we go. Family friendly.
Family friendly product that can educate kids about air quality as well. It analyzes short-term trends as well as long-term trends, air quality data to give you advice that's tailored to you as well. So really kind of personal advice for everyone.
Right, and here you got the example of the app of what we can expect to see. And I have a lot of these on my current sensors, but something new that they told me they have is this NOx sensor. What was it, like car fumes, exhaust?
Yeah, so nitrogen dioxide is produced by combustion sources. That can be car exhaust, so mostly also cooking sources, so like combustion, and you've got a stove in your house, fires, things like that. So yeah, it's something that you really need to be careful of.
Right, and was talking to your colleague earlier, and you actually said that you actually had a bunch of 3D printers set up and are measuring the, I guess, the VOCs or the particle matter that comes from there. And one thing as a 3D printer, I'm worried about the small fine particles that can't usually get detected in most sensors. But you told me that the lowest fine sensor you have is the PM1.
PM1.
And it doesn't mean particles at PM1, but it's PM1 and below. And that includes, from your tests, includes like, it can be detected by 3D printing, like, you know, PLA.
Yep,
PLA, just the standard printing. Yeah. So,
like that, and then obviously the VOCs off gassing from things like that.
ABS does a lot of gassing. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I guess that wraps it up. Unless there's anything else you want to like put in there. No, it's good. No, it's good. All right. Well, thank you very much, Craig. Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Just gonna have a quick blurb here at the end because I don't think I did Nooka justice with that interview just because of the noise and buzzing. It's probably the worst of the 4 interviews, but I really did like their product. And as I mentioned, I had actually been looking on the market for a air quality monitor, and I was actually looking at IQ Air's monitor here just because IQ Air is known and their products are good. And I had reached out to the 3D printing community and asked around about what they think of the IQ Air, and I got generally positive feedback, and I think so too. It's a dedicated air quality monitor, and it's priced well. And if you want a quality air quality monitor, you tend to have to pay, and that's what it looks like. That's what you're paying here. But with Nooka, it's also on a similar price range. I think it was slightly cheaper, like 350 or something. And it is their niche is like just families and not like 3D printing farms. That being said, they had told me that they did extensive testing with 3D printers, and they were going on about how they paid a lot of attention to getting high quality sensors, particularly like with the PM1s and PM2.5s. They're using some Swish sensors, but I can't like confirm that. But usually with these startups, they want to push out the best product they can, and this isn't like a cheap product. This is not a cheap air quality monitor, but more of a high range one. For instance, I know I got air quality monitors on my Millers, which are air filters, but they're around $400, right? So this standalone air quality monitor, just like the IQ Air, seems promising. And yeah, just if you have lots of 3D printers, like a lot of people talk about the VOCs that get produced, but sometimes people neglect that they're also very fine and small particles that can go deep into your lungs. There's some research out there for that, and so that's why I'm a little concerned. And why I want an air quality monitor like this. And they actually informed me at Nooka that although the PM1 sensor it detects particles of that size, it actually means it detects particles at that size and less. And they were detecting, according to them, the very small particles below PM1 when they had, just even PLA running. So I thought that was very interesting, and I think you should definitely check them out. And at least I'm going to follow this company. I think I will pick up one of their air sensors just over the IQ Air. Just after talking to them, it just gave me that confidence. So yeah, check them out, and that's just about it. I hope you enjoyed this video as I, went through 4 different interviews that are very different from each other. It's a nice spread of things to see at CES. Apologies again for the shortcomings and the noise, but I'm still learning and I'm working to create better content. So consider subscribing and encouraging me, and have a good one. Thank you.